Hello. It is your girl here, RikRovey, double R, LAdyRikRovey, aka, little J-Ro, little West, little everybody, because I am everybody. And so I'm out and about outside. So I'm just changing up some scenery and changing up how I do things just a little bit. So I did make a couple of YouTube videos and I tried to upload them, but you couldn't hear what I said. So coincidence or not, right? But anyway, I am the most hated but yet most duplicated person on social media, and I might be a celebrity for real, or I might be your celebrity's favorite celebrity, but they just ain't gonna tell y'all that for real or tell me that for real. But anyway, so I'm just sitting outside. I don't even recall what I said on the other video, so I'm just gonna speak. This is really just a test run. I am recording this on a camera today. I'm not using my camera on my phone, so this is just a trial run to see if I can hear my audio, what it sounds like, what it looks like. So I'm just gonna pop these out actually, right? So let's see. As we know, I am not in my state in which I have a home and or property and or vehicles, right? So I am out of state. I came here to finish my grieving process, and unfortunately I'm stuck here because my driver's license, debit card, credit card, and the money I had on the Cash App card, because I had to get a Cash App card because no one would take my Edward Jones card. So monies have been stolen, like to the sum of, I don't know, 7K plus, right? So I've noticed when I go to states now, since last May, when I have a card, they won't accept the card, they want cash, and when I have cash, they won't accept the cash, they want a card, right? So I have been noticing that sequential and repetitive chain of events since last May when I went to Georgia, right? So I think I stated that in my video that you didn't get to see because the audio did not work on it, right? So again, I cannot control my environment, but of course I know I'm being listened to and I don't really care anything about that. So again, I am kind of being held hostage in a state and I don't even know why, right? Luckily I brought cash with me, because if I hadn't had cash I wouldn't have been able to eat. And things like to disappear into thin air sometimes, like cell phones and car keys and notebooks and maybe things that maybe you had ideas for, they like to disappear into thin air. So, and that is sort of kind of what happened. I had my purse that had my ID and my debit cards and credit cards, and it was stolen from the gym where I went, which was called Equinox, right? Equinox. They actually stole that out of my locker. But anyway, which is why I don't go to that gym anymore. And I have been harassed since last May as well, right? And so I just wanted to get this on record and say it, because when I try to record things from my hacked computer, because we know I was illegally hospitalized, right, last summer as well, that computer was hacked, right? And so therefore I had to purchase another computer, which is the computer that I have in front of myself right now. And so when I try to utilize this computer in a dorm room to a college that I'm never going to attend, things appear missing on that computer. Documents that my husband had, I no longer have in my possession, right? And I should, but they've been stolen from my computer, right? So I did purchase a new computer, but I don't utilize my computer in the dorm room because I don't have any air conditioning in the dorm room, right? And I've had enough things stolen and taken from me to last me a lifetime and somebody else's lifetime. So I actually don't utilize this computer on the Wi-Fi in the dorm room to an apartment, to a college that I'm never going to attend, right? So I have been harassed, stalked, embarrassed, made to feel insufficient and less than, right? And I don't know why that is, because I haven't done anything to anybody. I have been, my character has attempted to be assassinated on social media by multiple people, and I don't know why that is either. So let me just check and make sure this is still recording. Hold on. Okay, perfect, and it is, right? So it is still recording, which is awesome, right? So what I have done is I have set myself up for success, right? And I've been stating this since last summer too, because as we know, I am 41 years of age to my knowledge anyway, right? And I am still a licensed mental health nurse practitioner, right? I do have a career, right? I do speak well, I articulate and enunciate things well, right? And so I am widowed as well, right? So I had a spouse that made sure that he set me up for success with him and in his absence, right? So when you are of a standard of that caliber, when you marry somebody that has those type of standards, then you tend to mirror their standard, right? Because see, when you do something one time and maybe you learn something from that incident, right? When you get into another relationship or marriage or whatever the case may be, you know what maybe you want to do and not to do, right? And you can prevent yourself from falling because people are going to try to pull the rug from under your feet, right? So as a result of that, that is why I am polished, right? That is why I am self-sufficient and I can articulate and enunciate and pronunciate and spell, and I can do more than one thing, right? Because see, that's who I am as a person for real, right? And so I wanted to say, giving all those things with my overeducated, underpaid self, right? I guess someone thought that I could only do one thing, and I can actually do my thing, your thing, her thing, their thing, them, their, them, they, them, their, and her things, right? And so I just wanted to put those things out into the atmosphere, right? Because see, sometimes when people think that you only excel in one topic or one subject or one thing, that they can deplete you of that or make you appear like you are not who you say you are and cancel that for you, so you have no choice but to be something that you are not, right? And as a result of that, I think I have proven them, her, them, they, ours, her, she, them, they, whoever wrong, right? So as a result of that, I am sitting right here. I am in Cali. We already know where I am, right? But I have learned lots of things about people that I did not know, right? And so as a result of that, I don't know whether to be glad, sad, or mad, right? Because I didn't know that the world was so racially charged. Like I had no idea, because see, like I had stated before, you know, I am a military veteran, and when you're in the military, you are actually in predicaments and conversations and dealings in business relationships and conversations and work environments that you have to blend with people of other races and ethnicities and cultures and things of that nature, right, and backgrounds, right? And so that's a beautiful thing, right? Because see, when you grow up in a certain area and you are excluded from other cultures and backgrounds and ethnic beliefs and those things, you are in a box, right? So that's what a box is, right? But see, when you get out and explore life and meet people of other ethnicities, races, and cultures and things of that nature, then you become diverse, right? So diverse, what does diverse mean? Diverse means that you are able to adapt and adjust to more than something that maybe you came from, right? So, and that's what diversity means, right? So I just wanted to speak on that because, like I said, sometimes people think that you can only excel in one topic or one subject, right? When they try to deplete you of that topic or that one subject, and then you do something else, and then they don't know what the fuck to do with that. And excuse that, I wanted to say that cuss word on purpose, but I just wanted to elaborate on those things, okay? So for those who care, I am well. I think people did try to play in my face with my money and my assets and my company. And let me tell you my company names while I'm sitting here. I do own Robey Psychiatry LLC. I do own Off the Grid and Associates LLC, right? And I do have Robey Estate. That is all my stuff. As soon as someone thought that I was about to be autonomous, and some of you guys don't even know what autonomous means, but I've already explained that. Someone thought that they were going to ruin my career, but what they failed to realize is I was already a company by myself, and I worked independently and was a 1099 for somebody else. So anytime that you are a 1099, that means that you are your own entity, right? If you don't know what entity means, go and look entity up. So that means that's actually spelled entity, right? So go look up what entity means. So when you are your own entity, you can subcontract your work yourself to other people, right? To where you can do something for that organization because you are a 1099, right? So when you have those things, you are your own business owner, right? And you can subcontract your services, whatever that may be, to someone else, right? It could be a physical service, maybe it's something that you provide for someone else. Maybe you have a trade, or you have something that you literally do and build with your hands, right? Or you speak, or you write books, or you make appearances, or you do hair, you do nails, or something, anything like that, right? So that is what that means when you are your own entity, right? So to do things like that, of course, you have to be a business owner, you have to have a license and all those things. So I'm not going to elaborate anymore, because we know that all of our cell phones are recorded and they can hear every doggone thing we do all the time, and there's someone out here with a phone. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of my camera that I am speaking on, and I may or may not go into this grocery store and get something. I don't know, we'll see, because see, they like my cash but they don't like my card, which is why I don't have a card to use, because somebody used my card and they stole over $7,000 off my card. I haven't done anything illegal whatsoever. I am still sane, right? I don't have any issues at the moment, but my issues that I have had in the military and or as a healthcare provider have attempted to be exacerbated since I have been here, and I've already explained to us what exacerbation and bouts mean, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get off, and this is my first video on this camera, so we'll see how it goes. Have an awesome day.